If you've ever wondered what it's like to take your motorcycle in for a recall, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. What's up, y'all? Today, as you can guess, I'm taking my motorcycle in to a dealership because of a recall. So BMW did a recall on the R18 Headlight, and I believe it was something about water being able to get into the housing and create problems with shorting it out. So they did a recall on that. I don't believe it affected me because they never actually contacted me to come in for that one. But I did get contacted with a letter stating that my BMW R18 needs to come in because they need to disable the reverse, because this is a reverse model. If you can't tell, my reverse is right there. So I need to take it in so they can disable the reverse model. Apparently there's an issue where it can start a fire on the bike. I think that's what they were saying. People in the forums and groups have talked about it. I kind of knew about it, but I figured I would take it in closer to whenever they actually had a fix for it. So that way I would just leave the bike, get it worked on while they were, not just disabling it, but actually fixing the problem if it took a little while, like a week, for them to replace some parts or whatever. But BMW decided, in order to incentivize people to actually come in and bring their bikes, they're going to offer a $1,000 credit accessory in the United States, and I believe it varies in other countries. So look it up in your country. You can go to the BMW website. You can actually log in with your, there's people there. You can actually log in and place your VIN number in, and it'll tell you exactly what's being recalled and what you can do about it, and you can find your local dealership so you can take advantage of the accessory credit. So I decided I needed to get an oil change anyway. The cold weather down here in Texas was really bad, so I figured why not just take it up here. If I can ride it on a good day, which today is a warm enough day, I'll take the bike in, have them take a look at it, get an oil change, have them disable my reverse, and I'll take a look at the credit that they're offering and what it applies to, and I'll see if I can film it for you guys so you guys will know if any of you are curious. So let's get to the dealership.
So I went to the service desk and checked in my bike. They found the information for the recall, and it turns out there were other recalls as well that I was unaware of. So it took some time for them to run through all the paperwork and make sure everything was good, and had to have my wife take me back home. But as it turned out, I had to leave my bike there so they could order the parts in so they could complete all the recalls. So I mostly just wandered around the dealership looking at other BMW bikes, a couple of Yamahas. But I also found out that I qualified for the accessory rebate. They were unable to pull up a list for me of the parts that qualified for the credit because they needed to use my VIN number, and that was going to take some time, and they were actually kind of busy at the time checking in other bikes and doing other service and maintenance. So I told them to just let me know in the future, and it was going to take a while for them to be able to hold my bike, so I was definitely leaving my bike throughout most of the colder weather, which I had anticipated having to do. So I'll let you guys know more whenever I go pick up the bike. Well guys, if you like this video, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Thank you guys for watching, and remember, pull hard, play hard,